Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good... Feel about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
Unleashes one. Finds a man on the right. Tackle is made after the first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And it's caught! Touchdown, Green Wave!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy.
Open runway ahead. The 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Now on second down. The give. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. They'll try the run. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tulane.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Tuggle. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, SMU. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Fair catch called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Complete to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
To the air, it's Manning. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll try it again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They want to throw it. Pressure coming. And the freshman will...
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one deep. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Looking for room. It's Young. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that?
Ball is loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. 1st down.
Trying to get to him. Now improvising. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Green Wave. The defense takes matters into their own hands. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their...
And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Young. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He could almost smell the red zone from where he made that fair catch, but it is tremendous field position for this offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Breaking out the jet sweep. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Love the play call by the offensive coordinator here. They're attacking this defense in a lot of different ways. That time going with the jet sweep to get the first down.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking for a gap. It's Young. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll put the tight end in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
42 Spider. 4-2.
He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Okay.
3rd and goal from way back there.
Here we go.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Tackled there by the defense.
Gain of 8. Brings up 4th and goal.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal.
On the field goal.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over San Diego State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Second down coming up.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Mustangs in the hurry up.
Second down.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Mustangs are marching down the field. Give to the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown Mustangs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 26.
Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive.
He's going up top. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Got a lot of room to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tulane. They've got the lead. This one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
2nd
Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back looking deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll leave it with him. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2, his quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Tulane 41, SMU 21.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to power their way ahead. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Touchdown, SMU! What a grab and go for the score.
SMU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On the move, he fires. He's got it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
They bring him down, and he's going to look.
Running back.
That one.
Loss of 1.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. He wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. No huddle here for the offense. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Hand off from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The inside handoff. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And that's a 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And a quick shuffle pass underneath. Fakes his man out. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
1st and goal, SMU.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 14 to Colorado State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
They want that clock to run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He makes the connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Carroll. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
First and goal, SMU.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Timeout, Tulane.
Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU.
SMU.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack Jesse on the field right now.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Mustang!
Man, how great is it to see the most athletic position on the field doing work, showing he could be a running back, showing he could be a wide receiver. I mean, what else can't a defensive lineman do? What an athlete.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Pocket starts to collapse. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, no big surprise here in the fourth quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Tulane.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the